Oh, hi there, Dan Amrich from Activision's community management team, the community management team of One. Back for another episode of One of Swords TV. Sorry I look like this. I'm still sick. Last week I did it from home. This week I'm back in the office spreading germs to all of my coworkers, so there's that. But I don't want to take too much time because I am not feeling well. If you have a question for me, send it to YouTube at oneofswords.com. Just send me an email and I'll do my best to answer it, like I am answering right now for BJ Wanland, who is written in saying, I'm still wondering about the rights that Vivendi had with regard to the Fox Interactive catalog, including the Simpsons game on the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2 era, No One Lives Forever series, etc. And with the recent resurfacing of System Shock 2, courtesy of Night Dive Studios, the next series with similarly thorny rights issues is No One Lives Forever, and its sequel, A Spy in Harm's Way. These are two of the greatest PC games ever, but the rights issues are rather thorny, as I mentioned. Any information you can gather on the subject is greatly appreciated. Love, BJ Wanland. Hi, BJ. So for those of you who are joining us a little bit late, and that didn't make any sense, some years ago, Vivendi Universal merged with Activision to create Activision Blizzard as we know it now. When that merger happened, all the IP that Vivendi had became under one roof, right? And Activision decided to sell off some of those IPs. Like, for instance, Leisure Suit Larry is not something that, although it was owned by Sierra, which Vivendi owned, somebody made an offer, I guess. So Activision no longer has Leisure Suit Larry. So, but we still do have King's Quest, which was one of the classic Sierra things, and Police Quest and some of those series. So the thing is that when that giant merger happened, some of those IPs remained here, some of them didn't. Now, Vivendi bought Fox Interactive, I think, in 2004, so a couple of years before the Activision-Vivendi merger went through. Since then, anything that we've had that has been able to be reissued through, like, Good Old Games or something like that, many of those games, including one of my personal favorites, Interstate 76, all the King's Quest games, the Police Quest games, the Space Quest games, those are all available for purchase again at GOG.com, Good Old Games. Knowing that No One Lives Forever, which was this really funny spy-spoof first-person shooter series, is so popular, I said, you know, how come that hasn't come out? And here, the person that I normally talk to about this stuff does not believe that we currently have the rights. They've never seen it. They've never been given the permission to put that stuff on Good Old Games. They said, basically, you know, if we had it, I would love to have been able to reissue those games. So, that leaves the question, if Activision no longer has the rights to No One Lives Forever, who does? Monolith was the developer that handled those games, and they are now part of WB. So I wondered if maybe, you know, at the time when Activision was saying, we'll keep these, we'll leave these, we'll sell these, whatever, maybe Monolith stepped up and took their IP back. So I contacted a friend at Monolith, and he doesn't know. So, unfortunately, all I can definitively say is that at this time I do not believe that Activision has the rights to No One Lives Forever, so if there were to be a reissue or a remake or something like that, it wouldn't come from Activision. It could belong to anybody. Maybe Monolith doesn't have it. Maybe it's a third party that owns that IP and is waiting for the right time to build a new game or do something else. I honestly don't know. But I did do the groundwork on this one for you. I did work the phones and beat feet around the office trying to get an answer. And unfortunately, that's the best I can do. And it's not the best news, I understand. So, I don't know what the future holds for No One Lives Forever, but I don't think that future involves Activision. If you have a question for me, I promise I will get some more sleep and drink lots of fluids, and then I will check my email at YouTube at oneofswords.com, and I will try to answer your question on a future episode of One of Swords TV. In the meantime, you know where to go, oneofswords.com. That has my blog, my podcast, my giveaways, videos, all kinds of fun stuff that you might care about if you are into Activision and video games and things like that. Hopefully I can be of use to you there. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.